Now, 15 minutes after 8 o'clock this morning, plugged in parenting. Summer break is just around the corner, and it's already started for some. For kids and teens, that means maybe spending more time online. Last summer, Google reports that kids between 8 and 12 spent an average of 8.5 hours every day on screens. Of course, adding now to growing concern for their mental health. Alex Joseph is a Google technology and safety expert and is joining us live via Zoom this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So Google searches for how much screen time is too much for my kids spiked 217% during the past year. I mean, what are families asking Google about mental health and technology?
Yes, so we're at Google. Everything starts with search, and we're seeing a surge in queries around screen time and also just general questions of how to keep your kids safe online. So at Google, we actually have a dedicated team of clinicians and doctors that are helping to guide the way that we build our products, but also build some new tools that help us make sure that parents have what they need to keep their kids safe and have a good conversation that's meaningful about how to engage online and how to come of age with the internet.
Yeah, so I want to dive into those tools in just a minute. First, though, we learned this morning the U.S. Surgeon General issued a warning that social media is driving the teen mental health crisis, leading teens to feelings of depression and sadness and hopelessness. I mean, what are some healthy habits that teens should develop?
Yeah, so we have a tool that allows parents to really have a meaningful conversation with their kids and make sure that they're having some healthy habits. That can be anything from setting a bedtime to make sure that they have no more screen time after a certain hour, or limiting the amount of time on certain apps or on the device that you're using. Also, some other healthy habits we can look to are making sure the content that they're viewing across sites like YouTube is appropriate. And so we have settings built right into that Family Link app. It really is a one-stop shop, kind of Swiss Army knife to give parents all the tools they need to have that conversation with their child, but also to make sure that they have a good handle on how their child is engaging online.
Yeah, so it's interesting because, I mean, the reality is for parents, their kids generally know more about how to work all the devices than the parents do. Can you kind of walk through parents who may fall into that category for our parents at home, how to kind of set these parental controls that Google offers?
Yes, so you can just go to your app store and download Family Link. And from that app, you have all of the tools that we've spoken about. So again, bedtime or take a break reminders, making sure certain apps are maybe restricted or you don't allow the camera to be used for certain apps. All of it is within that one app. Another tool that I think is really helpful is a curriculum we actually developed called Be Internet Awesome. And this is helpful because sometimes it's hard to start those conversations with your child about how they should behave online or what the risks are. So Be Internet Awesome allows parents to have those conversations about not just screen time, but things like what to do if you're being cyberbullied, what does misinformation look like, how to set a good, strong password. These are all really critical skills that kids need as they're coming of age in the internet day.
And Alex, is there a way then to set these that are based on age?
Yes, so many of our different services, for example, YouTube has a specific app called YouTube Kids, and there are settings that range all the way from preschool to adolescence to teenager, and then of course the entire YouTube app, which is our main app, which is available for all ages. So you can download that YouTube Kids app and make sure that if you have a preschooler or an adolescent, they are only getting access to content which has been curated that's age appropriate.
Outsmarting our kids when it comes to tech. I love it. Alex, thanks for your time this morning. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much for having me.